Hello there, YouTube family. I am back to do some splaining regarding the U-Haul. Listen to me. The food haul video that I put up yesterday, where I came on in the beginning. If you haven't seen it, this is what I did, and I just threw it at you, and you could probably see it from the thumbnail that I'm back on Slimming World. Now, on August 31st, my membership ended. I had the year-long membership. And a few days before that, I was starting to feel a bit uncomfortable about that. I wasn't happy about it suddenly. And so by the 3rd of September, I decided, I believe it was the 3rd, to re-sign up. Why did I do that? Because it's much more flexible. Thinking through a lot, especially this last weekend when I was ill, that I want something more flexible. I don't want to follow McDougall because I think I'm eating too many potatoes. I think it's great if that's the plan that a person chooses and it works for them. I've been watching YouTubers and who have done that successfully and continue to do that successfully. It's not for me. I could do it most of the time, but not all the time. I don't think I can do anything all the time, except Slimming World. I mean, I may go over my sins, but it's easy for me to do all the time. So, based on that, and the fact that I'm really more nutrient focused than I am losing the weight at this point, revisiting Dr. Greger, Dr. Furman, Joel Furman, and looking at what they're offering, I kind of said, this is the route to take, and I can do that with Slimming World fairly easily. I just have to figure a few things out. So, what does that all mean? Well, if let's say this week I want to do the nutritarian version of whole food plant-based, I go with Dr. Furman. Next week I might go with Dr. Greger, who really is mostly like Dr. Furman. If you follow his 12 dailies and you eat those foods that he has listed there and the amounts, pretty much sizes up. Slimming World, size up beautifully. The only thing I have to figure out is how to incorporate 1.5 ounces of nuts and seeds a day on Slimming World. How am I going to track it? And I'm working on that, and I'm not really too worried about it. I had thought, well, maybe I should go and do maintenance again. And that gives you 10 extra cents 3 days a week, but that doesn't really work either because I would have to divide them out, and that only gives me like another 4 to 5 cents a day. So that isn't the answer either. And then I said, well, what if I increase myself to 25 cents a day, not maxing them out, maximum 25, but not the target to eat them all. That way I'll have that little comfort zone in my head that I'm not going off plan and I'm not overeating my sins if I make that rule for myself. And I'm still hemming and hawing about that. So the best thing for me to do is do another experiment and take the next week or so to just simply create my plates, eat them, and write everything down and figure out how to tweak it so that it fits into the 15 cents. And if it doesn't after that, then, you know, there'll be some days where it's more and it'll just be more. And that'll be that. Because if I don't have the oatmeal, part of my bees could be dried fruit, it could be nuts, seeds. So that might work a day here and there. In fact, if I do seeds at lunch, Dr. Greger recommends a teaspoon of chia seeds and a tablespoon of ground flaxseed. That comes out to be, the way I measured it out, 3 cents anyway. That's not a lot of cents. And then the nuts, of course, I'll have to take it meal by meal and just figure it out. And then come up with kind of like a routine. I like having a routine. That way I don't have to rethink things or overthink things. And that is my plan. Now, if I do have the oatmeal, then that's the day that I may go over my sins. I don't know because I have not sat down and done the math on it. And I'll get to that when I get to it. So the next 2 days of food that you're going to see are basically just eating whole food plant-based. And I'm giving you the information in there as possible because I kind of did it all backwards about Slimming World. So that does it, folks. Thank you for your patience with me. I really, really hope that you're taking care of yourself out there, that you are at least thinking about taking care of yourself if you haven't done it yet, that you've started, I hope even more, and that you're prepared to make changes in your life that you need to make as you go along, because life is not linear. Life is like this, okay? A roller coaster ride, swiggles, turns, backwards, forwards, the whole thing, like the beginning of my video, my intro, that the wonderful variety of recipes with Roy made for me. It is really how life goes, backwards, forwards, stop in the middle kind of thing. So have patience with yourself, be kind to yourself. We all could do a little more of that, I think. And we must never give up. Giving up is not an option. It is not an option. Do you hear me? It is not an option. Because if we give up, what happens? You think we'll be here for our families and our friends and our loved ones? You think we'll just sail through life being perfectly healthy people? Will we have longevity? Will our longevity be in a wheelchair in a nursing home? Or do we want to spend our later years as being as healthy as we can? We can only do that if we sit down and focus on ourselves. You have to give yourself the time. Take the time to start somewhere. If the somewhere that you start with doesn't work, it may not necessarily be the somewhere that you end up with. You may change it, but it is important to begin at the beginning. So if you need help with that, Slim Win is our Facebook group. It's a wonderful place to go for whatever plan you're on if you need support. There's a bunch of wonderful people in there. Come on over and join us. Just answer the 3 questions and you will be in like Flynn. I'm always interested in how you're doing, so please feel free to write in the comments or send me an email, or again, talk to me in Slim Win, because we're here for each other. It's important to me to be here for you in whatever shape, whatever way I can be, however small. So let's turn around now and see these 2 days of eating, and forgive me in advance, please, because I am rusty and have to get back to things. Boy, it doesn't take very long to get rusty for me anymore. So I'm not going to come back in the end, so I'll send you the hugs now. I'll let you know that I always have you and your families in my thoughts and prayers. And again, for the gazillion time, I thank you so much for putting up with me and for giving me all the support that you give me. It means the world. And I'm going to say bye for now. Don't forget to watch the rest of the video, and I'll see you next time. Stay well, my YouTube family. This is breakfast for this morning. I have a serving of a combination of whole grain oats and steel cut oats, the usual, with about about a dozen raisins in it. I also put the flax in it and the chia seeds when I made it, with water. And in my bowl I have 1 Cosmic Crisp apple that I cut up, and I coated it with cinnamon. And I have some cooked cauliflower rice here. I have some wilted zucchini here, some matchstick carrots, and blueberries. This is breakfast, and it is a big bowl. It's going to take me a while to eat it, but it will keep me full for a very long time. And on top, I put 1 tablespoon of my organic maple syrup. So I'm off to enjoy now. This is my lunch for today. It's really simple. I just had roasted up some previously cooked and frozen Japanese sweet potatoes, and there's a couple of white potatoes mixed in there. And the other half of my plate is comprised of wax beans and beets, both canned. And I'm eating them room temperature. I just put some Mrs. Dash and some garlic powder on them. Really simple meal. Will fill me up. I will completely, you all know how much I love my potatoes and my beets and my veg, whatever. I'm just going to really go enjoy this now. That's it. Really simple lunch for today. This is dinner for tonight. I pretty much switched plans, or I should say rejoined Slimming World midday. So I'm going to give you the information about Slimming World for this meal. What I did is, I really enjoy these. However, you see it says spiced chickpea soup with spinach and quinoa. The spice is really heavy duty for me. And so I decided that I would take one of these, which is full of speed and free foods and protein, and make it into a soup, which is going to be 2 servings. I added low sodium vegetable juice. I also added a half can of navy beans and a half can of peas to this. And so it is loaded with all good things. I have some potatoes here, plantains, those are both free on Slimming World. The navy beans And the chickpeas are free in protein and fiber. The peas are free. There's carrots, there's peppers, onion, garlic, and tomato, which is all speed on plant. So I have enough for 2 meals. So this is dinner for tonight, and tomorrow it will be lunch. This is my breakfast for this morning. I have 1 healthy extra B of oats. I have, let's see what else, 1 sin of raisins, 2 sins of flaxseed, 1 sin of chia seeds. And that altogether comes out to be 4 sins for this breakfast for the day. I am also using 1 healthy extra A for my unsweetened almond milk, as I do every day. Included in this breakfast, I have some wild blueberries, which you probably can't see. There's a couple right there. I have some rice cauliflower and some matchstick carrots with lots of cinnamon. There's no sweetener in here. The raisins will make it sweet enough, along with the carrots and blueberries, obviously. So this breakfast is full of fiber. It's full of speed. The cauliflower, the blueberries, and the carrots are speed. I'm a little rusty. You need a chance to get back to this, okay, guys? So 4 cents for this breakfast. First day back on Slimming World. It is September 8th, 2025, and I am off to work. 4 p.m., and this is my plate that I've made for myself for lunch today. I did have 2 small bananas on the way to work because I cannot eat all of that oatmeal that I made before I start work. So what I did is have some more of it, and I did add a 3rd banana to that oatmeal, and I had that on my break. I didn't finish it, so I'll have it tonight for a snack probably. I may probably bake it, but we'll see how that works out, and you'll know too because it'll be in the video. Anyway, lunch plate at 4 p.m. I have 1/3 of my plate with navy beans, which is some seasoning on it. 1/3 of my plate is potatoes with some plantains, which I roasted in the air fryer after pre-cooking them. I have 1 sin worth of ketchup on here, and then I have my beautiful salad, which is taking up just about half of my plate, and that is all speed. It's broccoli slaw, roasted red pepper, and mixed greens. I have 1 sin worth of this dressing that I made. I don't want to waste it. It does have maple syrup in it. So 1 tablespoon is going to be 1 sin. And when I finish that, I will make my dressing with stevia from here on in. And then I have some balsamic vinaigrette that I also added to the salad. So this is my lunch, and I'm almost ready for dinner. So I don't know. It's a lot of food, so I'll work on it. And we'll see what I end up having later on to eat. My Lord, I have to get back in Slimming World mode here, guys. My beans are free protein and fiber. The plantains and potatoes are free. And I already think I mentioned that the salad is all speed. Okay, I'm going to go eat now. Welcome to another day of eating for me on the Slimming World plan, trying to eat whole foods plant-based. This is my breakfast for today. In the bottom of my bowl, I have 40 grams of cooked, well, it was 40 grams before I cooked it, whole grain oats, and then I have added to that 1 sin worth of raisins, 1 sin worth of chia seeds, and 2 sins worth of ground flax seeds. And I've also flavored it with some cinnamon and vanilla powder for sweetness. And let me tell you what else is in here, because there's a lot in here. I have cut up 1 Cosmic Crisp apple. I don't know if you can see any of it. There's some of it right there. And that was small to medium sized. I added in almost equal parts of rice cauliflower to the amount of oats that I have, and some carrots, as you can see here, and some blueberries. And then we have a small banana that I cut up. This will take me a long time to eat. It's very filling, obviously. So in the bowl, we have oats for the healthy extra B for the day. And then we have lots of speed, which is the apple and the carrots and the blueberries. And then we have free, which is banana. And the seasonings don't count for anything, or I should say the flavorings. So that does it for breakfast, and I am off to enjoy it now. It's going to take me a long time to eat, but I assure you this breakfast keeps me full for hours. My lunch for today, nothing really new going on here, other than I can tell you it came out really delicious, and I will be making this again, really quick and simple. Yummy, yummy. All I do is prep my potatoes. I boil them, and then I cool them off and refrigerate them. Same thing with the plantains. These I just cook in the air fryer, sliced up with seasonings, and then I have them left over, so to speak. I just warm them again. Then we have our peas, which are free. Plantains and potatoes are free. Everything else in here is either protein and speed. Chickpeas and navy beans are protein and fiber and free. And then we have, what else do we have? Tomatoes, garlic, onion, peppers, and carrots. Yummy, yummy, yum. And I'm off to enjoy my lunch now. Dinner tonight, I decided to go with something simple. So I made myself a hummus sandwich with some of this French onion Ithaca delicious hummus, 2 slices of Dave's 21 whole grain bread, and some sliced up Kalamata olive, and James brought home some delicious beefsteak tomatoes from the farm, his family's farm. So I'm looking very forward to this with some sweet onion. Oh my goodness, heavenly. Can't wait to dig in.